It's really got to be drilled.
He's got him on his back.
When we talk about a low single leg,
Lightning fast.
Sometimes when Sidakov hits his head outside attack, he gets stuck below the guy's knee, or the guy tries to kick away. So this is what we're going to kind of look at here in these couple clips. Doesn't happen a ton, but every now and then he does get stuck below the guy's knee as the guy turns away to defend or something like that. Here in this first clip, we're going to see where the opponent kind of turns and kicks away to defend, and Sidakov's kind of going to finish on this low angle with his head outside. Alright, so it's typical swim attack here, and hand gets to the knee, and again, ideally I think he gets his outside hand to the heel with his shoulder above the knee, but instead the opponent kind of turns away, looking to defend, kind of away from the angle that he attacked at, and Sidakov slides all the way down below. So first thing he's doing is securing the foot between shoulder and ear, and with both hands. Alright, so he's stopping the guy from being able to kick out first. Now once that kind of motion is stopped, what you're going to see is guys try and sit back on top of Sidakov. So like butt to heel, kind of sit back in this direction to try and trap him down there or defend. But the thing that could be a little counterintuitive is to almost circle back out in front just a little bit to start to get their foot, the opponent's foot, outside of their hip. Alright, so here we see opponent's kind of sitting back on him. Now as Sidakov picks his foot up, he's going to start to get his hand above their knee if he can, and circle just enough this direction in order to start to extend their leg. Alright, so let's take a look real quick. So right here, we see him pick the foot up. Now he's going to take the opponent's heel or foot away outside of their hip. Alright, when your foot starts to get outside your hip, it's really hard to push your butt back, especially if you have inflexible hips. Alright, if you got flexible hips, it can happen, but still the same motion would be applied where he starts to take this foot out, making it hard for the guy to sit back. And we see the weight shift right there. So there's still a little bit of weight into Sidakov, and we're going to see as soon as this foot starts to go this direction, the opponent's other foot is going to move around to shift that weight off. Right there. And then it keeps having to hop away, which means if it's hopping in this direction, the weight's being shifted that way, which is typically what you want. And then once he gets the weight shifted, he can start to work up the leg and then look to secure his takedown. Same idea here in this clip. Hits low, gets below the knee. Opponent ends up turning away, kind of trying to sit on him. Finishes kind of low angle. And we're going to see the same type of, I don't know if hyperextension is the right word, but I'm going to use it, like hyperextension on their knee. So we see the opponent is able to kind of sit back onto Sidakov's back or head. And again, first thing he does is make sure he secures the foot between shoulder and ear and with both hands. Now here's where we're going to start to see the weight start to shift off of them, where the opponent's not going to be able to keep this pressure. All right. So right here, their knee and hips in a line. That's pretty strong. Their foot is a little bit outside of their hip, which starts to weaken their position. And then we start to see the opponent's knee get taken outside of their hip, which starts to shift their weight across. And then here's where Sidakov's going to circle just a little bit to the front while bringing the foot with him and keeping good shoulder pressure. Hand above knee, always a good idea. Right there, now we see foot is way outside hip, knee is outside hip, and he's going to be able to kind of shift this weight across that way. So the opponent can no longer push his butt back on top of Sidakov with this kind of extension on his leg. So he has to change to something else. We're going to see him look to catch their ankle, but Sidakov's great at hiding that foot. So as he feels the opponent dive and as he starts to drop back behind, we see him tuck that foot in, hide it as he comes around, and still foot stays outside of opponent's hip. So he can keep that weight shift across with good head and shoulder pressure. Now he's got the leg straight, which is where he normally likes it again, and is more of an ideal finish. Hand split, one low on the ankle or heel, other one kind of above knee. Got their leg straight. It's just a matter of time now as he climbs up for his score.